and he doesn't come. Oh, so annoying. So the dog will quite happily get out of his bed before I actually tell him to. But then when I actually tell him to and say the word come, I make the hand gesture to come, which is usually a pat on my side, and he'll hesitate. It's really annoying. I don't know why he'll quite happily just do things without me commanding him, and then when I do command him, he's like hesitant. It's really annoying. So, okay, so I've got some important things to talk about this live stream. The first one is, just real quick, somebody commented on my, I don't think it was my last one, but my live stream before that, somebody commented, really nice of him, saying that I should make another channel for my vlogs or something, and he was complaining that he missed my live streams. Stay there. So he said I should make like let people know like in advance before I do them, like live stream coming up or something, or let people know like a day and time. But I just want to let you know, guys, no, I can't do that because when I live stream, it's random. I don't plan to live stream on any particular given day. Oh, hi Clementine, just dropping by to say hi and like the vid. Well, I hope you'll watch some of it because it's very important. I have something to discuss right after I've just said about this. It's very cold at the moment, so I'm wearing my dressing gown, so I won't be getting dressed. I just want to let you know, guys, know as well that you probably hate me for this, but I probably won't be doing like belly videos at the moment because it's gone so cold that I don't want to leave my dressing gown. I want to keep it on, so I don't know, I probably won't be doing, and the light's better outside, and usually I do that sort of video outside, but even in the house it's kind of, even with the heat on it, it's cold to me. Like it could get warm in the house, but not warm enough for me to want to expose body parts. I guess Clementine's not staying, what a shame. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get the dog to do his routine first, and then I'll continue to talk. Okay. I know a lot of you probably go to your place for a wee. I know a lot of you probably won't watch this because, the title isn't very interesting. Good boy! So sorry about that. I just can't think of titles. Because I don't really want to give away what I'm going to talk about, so I didn't want to put in the title what I'm talking about. It's just, it's kind of alarming. It's probably just like a troll or something, but the thing that I'm about to talk about is alarming. But before I get to that, I just want to let you guys know that I can't really warn you guys when I'm going to be doing live streams because I don't always know when I'm going to do them. I just do them sort of, one day I'll just decide, oh, I'll do a live stream, or sometimes I'll just forget to do one and not do one. But usually the times when I do live streams are going to be when I've been out and I'm, I've got my makeup on and I'm dressed and I'm all hyper because I'm probably full of coffee and stuff from being out. So they're the times when I'm going to most likely be live streaming. So I'm probably most likely going to be live streaming tomorrow because it's Tuesday and we'll probably have been out and I'll have had coffee, like I say, and I'll be all hyper and stuff and I'll be dressed and looking my best. Like right now I'm wearing my dressing gown, so I don't really like to live stream when I'm wearing my dressing gown. I'm just live streaming now because I have like a million things to talk about. But the first thing I want to talk about is I just discovered I had a comment on my, what the fuck's that? I've just discovered I have a comment on my last live stream that's quite alarming. But I don't really want to talk about it until people are actually watching my live stream, but I guess nobody's interested because the title isn't me showing my belly off or something, so people are probably thinking, oh god, it's gonna be boring. So I guess I'll just wait until people are watching my live stream before I talk about the very serious, important thing I have to discuss with people. Better hurry up because it'll be dark soon, then you won't get to see me anyway. Well, I do like belly videos inside when it's hot, but yeah. I know people aren't really interested in the videos where I'm just talking, so I get it. That's all I'm good for. I get it. But I do have things to talk about. So before I get into the serious thing that I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about the first thing, which was that this guy said I should create another channel specifically for my vlogs. I probably won't do that. I'll probably do it the other way around. I'll probably create another channel for my weight gain stuff and keep this channel for the vlog type things. Just because this is my main channel, it's got all the videos, like all my favorites, all my playlists and stuff, and it's the one I'm on the most. And also, if I created another one, I wouldn't be able to live stream because it wouldn't have enough subscribers. I'd have to wait till I got like thousands upon thousands of subscribers before I could live stream. I don't know why it works like that, but apparently it does, because even people who are not subscribed to me can still see the live streams. You know, they still get notified. It won't really be fetish stuff. Like I say, the weight gain stuff was really just supposed to be, it was really supposed to be me documenting my weight gain. It wasn't really supposed to be for fetish stuff. Because I'm not a fetish. As people keep saying, people keep telling me they're not fetishes. Well, I'm not really a fetish either. I'm just a person who's just trying to make videos and, you know, entertain people. Like I say, I really wanted my channel to be about my art and like my opinions and stuff, like me talking. That's what I really wanted my channel to be for. And when I originally started my channel being about weight gain stuff, it was supposed to be just be documenting my weight gain, just like people document their weight loss and other progresses that they do. Like if their goal is to get a big bum, and they show you what they're doing to get the big bum, and they show you them exercising to get it, and it was supposed to be like that, really, that sort of channel. It wasn't really supposed to be fetish stuff. I get it. Good luck. Well, I've had this particular channel that I've got now, I've had many different subjects on it. Yeah, good. But I know that I'll probably lose a bunch of subscribers if I do that, and then I probably won't be able to live stream anyway, because you need so many subscribers in order to live stream, so. And I'll definitely not get monetization. But yeah, last time I said that I wasn't gonna do weight gain stuff on this channel anymore, a bunch of people said they were gonna unsubscribe to me, so I'm kind of afraid of that. So that's why I'm afraid of changing this channel. Sit down. I'm actually quite afraid of losing followers, but I guess I have no choice. Go fetch. So, I don't know what to do, basically. I have no idea. All I know is I have a lot to say, and I would really just rather do videos and live streams of me talking about stuff, but I know that the majority of my following are just subscribed to me and want to watch me just for the belly stuff, so I'm actually quite afraid of stopping, because then I'll lose all my fans and stuff and probably nobody be interested. So it's kind of hard for me, this whole thing. Come on, JD, bring the ball. I doubt it. Like I say, I made this decision before. God's sake. I made this decision before to not do weight gain stuff on this channel anymore, and like I say, people just said they were unsubscribing and said they weren't going to bother with me anymore. I thought that was pretty nasty. I thought, well, you know, if they really liked me, surely they would continue to watch my channel, even if it wasn't about weight gain. But obviously, like I say, the majority of my fans are just after seeing my body. They're not really interested in me, so that's kind of heartbreaking. That's kind of upsetting. Sit down. It's kind of upsetting to me that I know that the only thing that I'm good for is doing belly videos. And, you know, people aren't really interested in anything else that I do. So, it's kind of annoying. Because I have, like, a lot to talk about. But, well. So, now I've got a few people watching. I'm gonna come out with what I'm gonna be talking about in this video. It won't be the whole sole subject of this video, so don't worry. It's probably just a troll or something, but somebody just really... last night I just looked at my notifications and I saw, very alarmingly, a comment that said on one of my live streams, "This person supports child abuse." Yeah, somebody thinks that I support child abuse for some reason. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know why they think that. But I did ask them, but I'm presuming they've not answered me yet. I did ask them. I said, what makes you think that? Who the hell is this? I don't know whether it's a troll or somebody who really knows me and has seen something that I'm not aware of. I don't know. But it's kind of really annoying. But what I will say to that person is, maybe this is the reason why this person has got it into their head that I support child abuse. The only thing that I could possibly think of as to why somebody would think that about me is because I am pro-discipline kids, you know. I'm not like into all this modern crap of just being softly and mollycoddly with the kids. Like, if they do something naughty, you know, they just go, oh, stop that, little Jimmy. Pat, pat, pat on the head. You know, I'm not that sort of person. I'm all about freaking beating the crap out of them if they absolutely, you know, if they are going to be disrespecting the adult and disobeying the adult and deliberately pissing the adult off. Like, I know quite a few people that have said that if they could, they would beat the crap out of kids because these are normal people. These are not weird people. These are not nasty people. These are just normal everyday adults who are sick of the way kids are today and the fact that they have no discipline, they have no structure, they have no rules, no boundaries, no limitations. And they've actually admitted to me and other people even that they want to beat the crap out of kids sometimes. Now, not all kids are like that. Not all kids are so bad that, you know, you want to beat the crap out of them, but there are some kids, aren't there? Like the ones you've seen in my videos in the past where they've come in, they've thrown stuff at my house, they've verbally abused me for no reason at all that I can think of, apart from the fact that I'm different and they don't like that, or the fact that I live in a big house and they don't like that and they think that's a good enough excuse to cause thousands upon thousands of pounds worth of damage to my property and throw rocks at me, jangle my gate until it breaks, throw stuff at my windows until it breaks, kick my door in. They've come and actually kicked my door in. That was like years ago, but they came and they actually got a running start and kicked the door until it broke. So those are the kind of kids that you want to beat the crap out of. So if that's child abuse, then so be it. I support. If you think that me supporting disciplining children that are out of control is child abuse, then so be it. These days, if you slap your kid on the wrist, that's considered child abuse. So, you know, I don't really know. Like I say, the slightest thing against kids or animals is kid abuse or child or animal abuse. So, you know, like if you discipline your dog, like if you tell it no because it's chewing something, that's animal abuse apparently these days. So yeah, people do think the slightest thing against a child or an animal, like because you're trying to discipline it, you're trying to keep it in control, is abuse apparently. Like you say, telling your kid off is abuse, hitting your kid is abuse, telling your dog no is abuse. I don't know, the slightest touch is abuse. So, you know, if you're going by that sort of thing, like I support, obviously I'm pro hitting your children if they're, as a last resort by the way, not just willy-nilly like hitting them or anything, but I am pro hitting your kids as a last resort if they're being really naughty and they will not stop. Like you've tried the whole no, stop it. Like not, no, stop that, like in a voice. You've got to do it in like an authoritative voice, like no, stop that now. That sort of thing. And like if none of that works, nothing else you do works, then you hit your kids. Or if they're about to do something like really dangerous, you quickly like slap the hand or something. Like I'm pro that, you know, I'm pro disciplining children, like proper discipline. Like, you know, you're the adult, you strike the fear of God into them, sort of. You know, I'm pro that sort of thing. I'm definitely pro, you know, like fearing stuff as well. Like I'm not even overly religious, but I think that parents should like threaten their kids with God. Like if you don't behave, you know, if you don't behave, you know, God will, you know, you'll go to hell or God will strike you down or something. Yeah, that would do it. That would definitely make them take notice to you and be good. So I definitely think that children should have a lot more discipline than they do these days. Children are just allowed to pretty much do whatever they want to do these days. Like I say, even when we've like called the police and we've even got like the parents involved, the parents have had a go at us, like if we're in the wrong, and the police have had a go at us as if like, what are you doing to upset them, sort of thing. Or they're like telling me maybe you should stop doing this and maybe you should stop doing that, or maybe you should try befriending them. And I'm like, no, what should happen is you should tell the parents discipline the children. The police should go to their houses, get the kids by their ears, take them back to their parents and say, right, if you're Jimmy or you're Natalie does this, that, the other again, you're going to get a big effing fine. Big, like, £1,000 fine or something. And then the parents will take notice and actually discipline their freaking kids. If there was actually real consequences to people's actions, then would actually take action. But no, everybody's just like, let's just let the kids do whatever they want to do. And because you know what, kids actually do want discipline. I've actually talked to not a kid, but she's like a young adult, and she was complaining about how adults don't give like children direction anymore, like proper direction. She would have preferred that growing up. She would have preferred like proper direction, like proper discipline and stuff like that, but she obviously never got it, and a lot of kids don't. So let me see, I'm just gonna read some of your comments before I carry on. Not the only thing you're good for, you're good when it comes to art. I know I'm good at art, I'm just saying that's all people are interested in. All people are interested in for my live streams and videos and stuff is my belly. I'm just saying I am good at stuff, but people aren't interested in it. That's what I mean. So that's from Jackson. I caught a stream finally. Oh, hi, boss. And thanks, Jackson, for your thoughtful comment. I have ordered that liar to delete that comment from your channel. Oh, wow. How old are these kids? I just walked in on this. People are weird about strangers talking to their misbehaving kids. I've had words with awful parents myself. They do want to be treated like people, have a routine and positive attention. Well, yeah, that's what they want, but they don't get it because the parents are too busy either on the phones or having careers or whatever. So this is how it needs to be. Back in the past worked perfectly. Back in the 40s and before then worked perfectly. The father went out to work to earn the money and bring home the bacon. The mother stayed at home to look after the house and kids. She wasn't overly stressed because she only had that to focus on. Now, all parents have to focus on both the children, the homes, and the careers now. It's too much. First of all, it's not good for women's health, having that much stress on them and that much on their shoulders and heads. But also the families suffer too. The kids suffer because they're not getting the kind of attention that they need. You know, the parents aren't, the mother in particular isn't there raising the children like she should because she's too busy having a career, because feminism says we have to all have careers and we have to all do it all now. Like bloody feminism. It's all feminism's fault that families are falling apart now and that kids aren't getting the discipline they need. Not only that, but in Britain we're just so softly, and all the rules have changed now. Even teachers are not allowed to correct the children. Did you know that? If they're teaching the children how to spell or like grammar and stuff, apparently they're not allowed to correct them if they spell something wrong or the grammar's wrong or something. Why not? They're going to school for a reason. They're going to school to learn, and yet you're not allowed to correct them when they do something wrong. In a lesson, if they spell something wrong or if they do math wrong, you're not allowed to correct them? What the fuck is that about? I don't even get that. The police aren't allowed to do anything. They're not allowed to tell kids off or something. I'm in the olden days, even the neighbours and the police used to tell the kids off and give them real consequences. Not, oh, are you, mate? Oh, are you? I hope you're being good. It's I hope you're being good. My mum told me that a policeman once walked past her and gave her a slap on the wrist, and she went, what was that for? And he was like, just in case, just to make sure you don't get into anything bad like that. And I'm like, yes, that's how you do it. That's how you treat children. You let them know that you are the adult, the adults rule the roost, children are down there somewhere. They're down there, you know. They're not the higher ranking people of the world. It's adults, then kids, then dogs. Kids are like down there with the dogs somewhere, although it's kids then dogs. But yeah, dogs and kids are supposed to be like the lower ranking people in society. They're supposed to be the ones that keep their head down. They're supposed to be seen and not heard. They're supposed to be, like I say, they're supposed to just do as they're told and just obey the adults. And I heard about this cult, and apparently the parents have told the kids that God speaks to them through the parents. So God knows when they're being naughty, like if they disobey their parents or if they give their parents any back talk or lip or idea. I think we should do that, but unfortunately everybody's an atheist now, so everybody's bringing the children up atheists, so they don't have that fear of God in them like they used to. Like, I know no one will probably agree with what I'm saying, but because I know everybody today is like softly with kids, and oh, we can't bring them up with religion, and oh, we've got to bring them up godless, and oh, we've got to bring them up where they think they can do whatever they want, and that they're the alphas. A lot of showing out by kids is due to neglect and negative attention, all they get, so they seek out by misbehaving. I mean, probably sometimes the parents are just as bad though. For all I know, it's the parents like of the kids round here, that are actually the ones that are probably saying all these bad things about, say, me and my mum and stuff, and that's probably why they come here. Like, I know, like, many years ago we were reported for some stuff, like, falsely reported for some stuff. Some genius decided to report us for animal abuse because our dog at the time was very skinny and he looked a mess, but that's because of his health problems. We were doing everything we could to, you know, help him, obviously. He had leaky eyes because he had hay fever. He was very skinny. He had incontinence because he was old. You know, he was just a mess, and people thought we were abusing him, but we weren't. And I think that's what started all these problems with the kids. I'm not sure, the kids harassing us. So I do know that, like, if there's somebody like that in the area, kids will go take it upon themselves to harass them. Like, if somebody's let out of prison and they know about it and they, you know, move into an area, the local kids will probably harass them or something. So I understand that kids don't like harass people for absolutely no reason, but it's for a reason, but it's not a true reason. So I'm not saying, it's just a theory of mine, I'm not saying that's the truth, but I think that's because people often used to ask, so why do you think that they're targeting you and stuff? And we're like, we haven't a clue because we haven't done anything to them. And all I can think of is the fact that, you know, people around here have just taken a dislike to us for no reason. So they've probably told the kids, oh, you know, they abused the dog, and oh, they did this, and oh, they did that. And oh, the girl that lives there, that's me, the girl that lives there is homeschooled, and oh, she's not getting a proper education, and oh, she's being neglected and abused, and people used to say that about my mum. And so it's the parents, like I say, the adults, the parents, they have probably started these rumours, and then the kids have just come and started thinking that way themselves because they're idiots. Instead of just getting to know us, they've just decided to take it upon themselves to harass us instead. Like I say, that was many years ago. And it's kind of died down. I mean, I don't want to say that because then every time I say that, it jinxes it. So I'm just going to say it, but hopefully it won't jinx it. But it has died down a bit now, and I'm keeping my head a bit more low now, but I shouldn't have to. Like I've said before, I should be able to, like, at the moment, as you know, they used to harass me, just more recent, because, you know, I wear wolf ears and stuff like that, and dressed like a wolf one Halloween. But I think, you know, so I don't do that anymore. As in, I don't, like in front of them, I don't dress as a wolf or anything. But I shouldn't have to do that. I should be able to do that if I want to. I should be able to go out in my ears, my wolf ears and tail if I want to, and that should be perfectly normal. Especially in this day and age. So I think it's I think it's ridiculous that I'm the one being kept down. I'm an adult and I'm being kept down in a sense. Like I say, because I'm feeling like that I can't go out dressed as a wolf if I want to. Not that I would do this, but I should be able to go out dressed in a full wolf costume if I wanted to without getting harassed. But obviously I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying I should at least be able to go out in my ears without being harassed by kids or anybody. Again, in this day and age, because things are more accepted now than they used to be. So, like I say, I'm quite surprised that nobody has complained about that yet. Like, so far, for what I can gather, there's only certain things that are allowed to be acceptable, but other things are still seen as unacceptable. Get your ball. Get your ball. Like, furries are still seen as I've said in my last live stream, furries are still seen as disgusting people, like they're into the other thing, the one with animals, where you have sex with animals. Bestiality. They're still seen as bestiality people. And I'm surprised that the furries haven't sort of done what the gays and women and blacks have done, where they've, started like parades and shit, like acceptance parades. I'm surprised they don't do that. I'm surprised they don't speak up more often, like have furry activists where they kind of speak out for furries. So I might become the first one, because furries are still treated like, bad people, like we're fetishizing animals. But to be honest with you, furries are only into anthropomorphic animals, they're practically human, actually. Furries are actually humans, and if they do, say, have sex with each other, if they're like two furries are having sex with each other, they're still both humans, aren't they? So I don't know where they get that furries are bestiality people from. I still don't really get that. I guess I've lost everybody now. They probably think that I've gone off on a tangent or something. Oh my gosh, actually I've got a few more messages that didn't even pop up. They soak up what they see in here, especially from parents, who they do want to look up to, even if they're not doing their job well. Cosplay. Yeah, there's a lot of negativity around furries. I've told people I'm a furry before, and they've had a negative reaction to it. Like I say, they think that furries are people who want to have sex with animals or something. But the truth is they're not. They're actually just people who like to dress up as animals, and that's it. And yeah, there is a lot of like furry porn out there. There is a lot of like sexual pictures. But it's not like real animals. They're still anthropomorphic beings. They're still more human than animals. So you can't really say that that's really zoophilia. Oh, for God's sake, shut up! I'm sick of all these stupid motorbikes. See? Why can't we speak up about that? What I'm trying to tell you guys is how come certain... how everybody's like up in arms about everything these days. So I'm just going to put you there. Like, everybody's complaining about stuff like, oh, you're racist, this is racist, that's racist, the other's racist. And people have sort of complained about things being racist. Oh, where's my... Oh, man, my clips aren't there. Damn. I was going to put my clips in my hair because my hair's getting all in my face, but I don't have my clips in my pocket like I normally do. Damn it. Damn it all to hell. Right, so I'm going to have to put up with my hair flopping all over the place. Great. Anyway, so apparently your complaints, what I'm trying to say is basically people's complaints are only valid if they're like a minority of some description. Apart from furries and weight gain people, apparently. But minorities like people of other races and gays and or any other LGBT sort of person and women, they're the only people apparently are allowed to complain about stuff being racist or sexist or homophobic. But if you complain about anything else, it's like, oh, we don't care. We don't care about your complaints. Like, even if they're perfectly valid complaints. Like, I've got a complaint. How about the fact that they never show any fat people in, like, anything anymore? Like, everybody, especially ones that are going to be topless, always have to be muscular. Like, I don't know, do you guys watch Sandition or Sanditon, it's really called? It's a period drama, and it's sort of recent. It's called Sanditon, but we call it Sandition because that's what my mum thought it was, it said. Well, there's like a million, obviously, skinny men. There's like one fat man in the whole series. One fat man. We just saw a fat man last night, even fatter, but he was, of course, the bad guy. Which I don't mind really, but, you know. So there's been 2 fat men in the entire programme. Well, we did get to see him topless, well, naked once, the fat guy, but that's been it. So far I've seen 2 skinny guys that have been shown, like, full frontal topless. And to be honest with you, I'd like to go on to their, I don't know where you'd go to complain, but I'd like to complain to the people who make Sanditon and say, look, I don't want to see all these skinny freaking men topless. I'd rather see the fat guy topless. You know, how do I go and complain about that? How do I go and complain? Who do I complain to? Like, what website do I go on? Like, does it have like a website, like the Sanditon website or something? Or whatever TV program you want to complain to, does it have like a website you can go on and say, right, I want to see more fat people naked or topless? Like, oh, that Love Island. Now, if that was full of fatties instead of skinny people, I would much prefer to. I would love to watch that. If it had like lots of fat guys on at the pool, like topless. Oh my god, that would be like porn for me. But no, of course, because everybody else in the world only wants to see skinny people, apart from the minority, which is us weight gain fans. But apparently no weight gain people like us, like people in the fat admiring community, we don't complain, do we? We don't go to TV programs and go, look, we want to see more fat people, do we? No. Oi! Come on, bring the ball. What are you doing? Why are you going over there? Anyway, I think we're going to walk the dog now, so. Hang on. My mind's still blown that you prefer guys bigger, lol. Guess it's because I was too thin most of my self-conscious about putting weight myself, though. I think women are usually more attractive. Well, when I was growing up, I used to have the opposite problem. I used to be skinny growing up, and I used to hate it. Like, I was so self-conscious about being skinny, I hated it. I had my reasons for wanting to be fat because I always viewed fatter people as being more strong and more sort of, you know, because they're big. You know, fat people are more big, so in my mind, in my brain, they come across more strong, more powerful, more healthy, because obviously they get like an endless supply of food. So they're obviously, like, in my mind, they must be like rich, you know, because they must be able to afford like lots of food in order to get as fat as they are. So my psychology is that fat people would be the more successful creatures in the world because they, you know, have got this source of, you know, they sort of take up all the resources and stuff. Like somebody said in my last live stream about a village chief and how people would offer him lots of food and he'd get fat, and that would be the sign that he's more well off because he's fat. So like so when I was growing up, I was like really obsessed with getting fat, but it was really hard for me to get fat, and I really hated it because I felt like such a weakling. See, to me, skinny represents like starvation, and like you'd be more weak and feeble because you're not getting enough to eat. So That's why I don't get the psychology. I don't get why all women want to be skinny. I don't get why. Because I've heard that like women want to be like as skinny as possible. And I don't really understand it. Because skinny makes you look more weak. And, you know, like I say, more scrawny. And like you'd be easier to freaking kidnap and push around. So it doesn't really make sense to me why they want to look like skinny weaklings. But you know, it's just me, I guess. No one else thinks this way except me. Stay there, don't you dare run off. I'm just getting a drink. My throat's parched. My throat and mouth are absolutely parched. Sorry about the darkness outside and all the freaking racket because of all the stupid motorbikes all over the place. It's really annoying. So all you hear now is that stupid motorbike going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I know they're only joyriding the damn thing. I'm the kind of person who would report them and complain. Like I say, having these vehicles is okay if you're going to go from A to B. Like you're going out or something. But if you're just going around riding them around and just annoying the neighbours and annoying the people around you, that's not good. And I will complain. Whew. But yeah, I prefer fat guys. Fat guys, to me, look more strong and more manly, more masculine. I'm surprised more women don't like fat guys. I really am. But I have noticed that. In fact, I was talking to myself about it earlier today, and I have noticed that in art, it's so women are always depicted as the ones that are, you know, revered. So it'll either be two men or a man with a woman, but the man will be skinny and the woman will be fat. The same on YouTube, you know, if they do like couples videos where one of them's playing with the other's fat belly, it's always a skinny man like playing with a woman's fat belly. Like you never see a woman playing with a man's fat belly, like a skinny woman and a fat man or anything. You never see that, and it's kind of annoying. Like I've taken it upon myself to draw more art of women with fat men. So like, you know, excuse me, I'm out of breath. Let me just catch my breath a second. I would prefer to see more art of like women with fat men. Like maybe a woman feeding up a fat man and maybe rubbing his belly and worshipping him. Like she's his slave or something. That would be so sexy. I think in art, men are muscular or thin. That's what I mean. They're either skinny or thin. But I don't. I mean, muscular or thin. I've used 80% of my data. Damn it. I might have to stop. I thought it was on data. It's on Wi-Fi right now. But yeah, so I've taken it upon myself to draw more art of women with fat men. I've started a picture. No, not that I'm happy about it because I cannot draw people sitting to save my life. At least fat people sitting anyway. I cannot draw people sitting. Or I'll show it to you real quick. It's really rubbish. I've not finished it. It's just really in its really rough stage at the moment. But it's of my fat character that I've told you about. So my fat character, and he's being fed by two women. One woman's like rubbing his belly and worshipping his fat belly, and the other one's feeding him while he's just sat back sort of relaxing and just like casual because he's like, obviously he's like the dominant one. So he's like the king. Because fat people to me are in power. Fat people are always in power, not skinny people. So here we go. It's really crap, so please forgive me. I've just started to try and alter it as best I can. But yeah, there you go. So he's surrounded by thinner women. Sorry, it's showing the background instead of the foreground. There you go. So it's really crap at the moment. I cannot draw people sitting to save my life. So I'm sorry if it's rubbish. But yeah, he's with two girls. So that's my character Lino, and he's like the boss. So he's fat and he's getting worshipped by two girls. So she's feeding him a sandwich there, I guess. Sorry, it's really crap. I really can't draw him again. And I drew him wearing, oh, that's some cute fluffy things. They're chubby as well. They're called fluffs. A new species I've made. I'm going to try and find the other picture of them. 1 second. I'm going to have to put this down because I can't do anything with one hand. I am literally useless at doing anything with one hand. Especially turning pages. There's another one. They're cute. Look at how cute they are. So cutie pies. So they're technically fat, but they're also very fluffy as well. Look at their faces. They're all looking at him. So the person on the other end here that they're all looking at is their adoptive father, who's a grown-up version of a fluff. Oh my god, that's so cute. Mew. See, lots of mews. The noises they make are mews. Look at that, isn't that cute? Mew, 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 mew. And they purr as well. So I'm going to show you the latest picture that I did. Okay. It's of my character Lena wearing like a Victorian sort of outfit because I really love Victorian clothes. I think men look a lot more handsomer and a lot more smart in Victorian clothes than they do in these modern scruffy clothes that they all seem to prefer these days. Like t-shirts and jeans. Pretty much. And tracksuits. I think men look a lot more handsomer in this sort of clothing. So I've tried to do some detailing because I really don't know how to draw the detailing in these waistcoats and stuff. Get out there! I didn't say you could come in. Great, you'll have woken up the whole house now. Thanks a lot. At least it's better than him going to the gate like he did last time. Great, now it's blurry. So yeah, I'm no good at doing the detail that they have on these waistcoats, but I've tried. Every girl is drooling over a sharply dressed man. Well, how come more men don't dress like that then? How come more men don't dress in smart clothes? All I ever see is men dressed in scruffy clothes like baggy t-shirts and baggy hoodies and stuff. And tracksuit pants or jeans. I've not seen one smartly dressed man yet. I got part in BBC doc about the Revolutionary War, partly because I fit into the uniform authentic original when I was younger and got into modelling after. So I got into the habit of fighting my matab. After having to care for my ailing dad the last year, plus then getting pneumonia myself, I put on like 40 lbs. You made me feel less self-conscious. I do, but I'm weird. You do? I've noticed the only people who will even consider dressing like this in this day and age are gay men, unfortunately. I don't think it looks gay to me. I think it looks just very masculine and very smart, but the only men that are willing to dress anything like this smartly dressed, whether it be a suit, a shirt, or anything, it's usually gay men. Which is a shame, because, you know, I don't think it's a gay look. I think the gays have sort of ruined it for me, really. So whenever I see a modern day man dressed in something like this, I think, oh, they must be gay then, because only gay men dress in smart clothes these days. But I don't know why only gay men dress in smart clothes these days. Also, just want to let you know that the LGBT community have ruined rainbows for me. Just gotta add that in as well. My mum was the same way. She said that every time she sees a rainbow now, at first she's like, oh, it's lovely, but then she thinks, oh, it's probably representing the gay people. So they kind of ruined it. I started to draw a fat man there that I saw on a YouTube video, but it's really crap. So I stopped. Yeah, I like that picture. And there's a fatty for you. Look at how fat and sexy he is. That's the far that I told you about. That's Big Fluff. That's the guy that all those cute little fluffs were staring at. He's flying at the moment. Although technically he can't fly because he's too heavy, but I wanted to draw him flying because I thought it would be cute. And there's Lino again being felt up by hands, but it is a person, supposed to be a person behind him, but I couldn't be bothered drawing it because of his wings. The wings would be covering the guy behind him, so he's a mafia boss. That's why he's got like guns and shit. Trying to find the other picture. Hang on. I got a lot of crap for dressing nicely. Where's the prom? And there's one. I like small man boobs. And the fat guy. Where is that other one that I drew? I can't find it now. Damn it. Damn it. Like I say, can't do anything with one hand. I'm gonna have to do something. Come on, little fatty. Ah, there he is. Look at how cute that is. See, he's got man boobs. He's a big fat fluff. He's a big fat fluff. Isn't he cute? He's the father of the little fluffs that you just saw. He's really fat. Look at all them fat rolls. Isn't he freaking cute? I want a pet that looks like that in real life. Right, I better get back to the dog. I'd love to show you some more. I'll probably show you some more later. Big fatties. It is such a shame that more women do not like fat men. Damn, I'm supposed to be taking the dog out. Oh, hang on, let me put the food on. I better put the food on. My throat is so parched. I hope I'm not coming down with anything. I just feel a bit hot. Well, I've been feeling a bit funny the past 2 days. Not like really, just very slightly ill. Just very slightly not feeling so great. Like really tired. I felt really tired today. Oh. Sorry guys, hang on. I'll be with you in a sec. Especially I got quite a few views. Woohoo! I wish I could draw that well. I gave up drawing for music long ago. I could do art and music. I never gave up either. I just do both. I play the piano. So I've been wanting to mix my music on the computer, but I don't know how to do it. Like so that I can play one instrument, then change it, do the other instrument, and sort of build it up so it's a band. I used to have a thing called Cubase that apparently you plug the piano keyboard thing into the computer and you play a song and it records it on this Cubase thing. And then you do like the other instruments and then it puts it all together and makes one lovely song with all the instruments in it that you played. But I'm not sure if that would work now because it was a long time ago. I got that when I was a kid. I was probably like 10 or something when I got that. It was a long time ago, many, many years ago. So I'm not sure if that will work now. Plus I can't find the things to plug into the thing, so that's that then. So I do art and music, but I've not been able to do any art lately. Maybe you guys could help me with something. Okay, so I'm trying to uninstall my Paint program called Critter. And it won't let me uninstall it because it keeps saying it's running in the background. Or just run. It just says running. It doesn't say running in the background. It says it's running, as if I've got it up on the screen. But I have closed it and it's not there. I've checked. It's not even on Task Manager. It's not there. And yet it keeps saying, sorry, we can't uninstall this because it's still running. Close it first. And I'm like, it is closed. So now my only option seems to be to restart the computer, which I don't really want to do because the computer's running fine. I don't really want to restart the computer just for that. Just so that it will recognize that it's not running in the background. Because basically I want to download the latest version of Critter. I don't know how to do that, but I just want to install the latest version of Critter, and I know I have to uninstall the first one first before I can re-download the new version of it. So I'm getting really pissed off because I've missed 2 days of doing art, and I have one last thing to do on a commission, and then I'm done with it. Then I can give this person their commission, and maybe they'll pay me, or maybe not. But I just have one last thing to do, and then I can move on to my next commission, which I've been dying to do for ages. But I can't. Because normally I reserve Saturday and Sunday for doing my art, because the rest of the time, you know, I'm role playing, so. So Saturday and Sunday are my days off from Facebook. I didn't go on Facebook, even though I didn't get to do any art this weekend. I didn't go on Facebook once, and I'm very proud of myself. Because a lot of people rely on me on Facebook, so, you know, I told them I'm going, and you'll just have to wait till I come back on Monday. Because I like my days off, because, well, role-playing actually gets overwhelming, because I have like 1,000 people who want to role-play with me, and I'm in like 1,000 groups, so it gets very overwhelming. So I need at least 2 days off from it. So I guess today's Monday, so that means I'll be role-playing again tonight, and it's like, I really want to do my art. I really, really, really want to do my art. I mean, I do love to roleplay, but I really want to do my art because I've not done it for a whole week or so, and I feel so guilty. I mean, yes, I've been drawing in my drawing pad, just like little bits, because, like I say, I've not been happy with anything that I've been doing lately. I've decided to do some girls. I'm going to be drawing some girls. I'm going to make them as cute as possible. Fluffy and cute. Furry girls. Because I keep trying to draw my characters and I just can't get them to look right. So I kind of give up for a while. I want to draw something else. But I do want to draw one more picture of a big fat guy with a girl first before I decide to just do girls for a little while. I've got a big fat squirrel character, as you know. The one I've shown you in the past. I'm going to be trying my best to draw him again with a girl. And I wanted to do a specific pose. And the story behind this would be, he's at a club and he's sat, and this guy comes along bringing this girl with him and says, here, this is for you, sort of thing. Like, this fat guy here is your next client. And and then she's like reluctant, but she sits next to him, and he's got his arm around her like this, but then in the other hand he's got like a cigar and he's all like casual like this. Like, I don't care, I'm just a big fat rich guy and I'm with this girl, you know, that sort of thing. And she could either look really happy about it, or she could look a bit like, oh, I don't really want to be here, because, you know, she's not happy about it. Maybe she's forced into the situation, I don't know. But that would be the story behind it, because my freaking stories are fucking dark. But if that makes me a bad person, then oh well. It's just a story. It's just a story, for God's sake. My stories are pretty dark, so people will probably not like them. Oh my God, I've got this big thing in my head. I deactivated... What the fuck? That's what I do, but I haven't uploaded in years. And since Dad's cancer, I haven't recorded either. Like dark fattening stories. Deactivated my Facebook over a year ago, but kept IG. And still have a... Model Mayhem. I used to be on that. And DeviantArt from a year ago. Can't deal with Facebook. I like Facebook, but I don't like to be on it all the time, because there's like 1,000 million other websites on the internet, and I don't like to keep just spending my time just on Facebook. But I tend to do that lately because a lot of people rely on me to roleplay, and there's this person at the moment who's so, I don't know, very reliant on me right now, to the point where they're actually they've started to find other people to roleplay with, because because I'm not there all the time like this person wants me to be. This person's like obviously has no life outside of roleplay and outside of Facebook. So they're just like role playing all the time, like 24/7, and they expect you to be that way as well. They expect you to give up your life and just do role play and nothing else. And it's not really healthy, I don't think, to just be on Facebook all the time, or even on the computer or the phone. I don't think it's healthy. My mum was always telling me off, saying, "You're always on the phone. Every time I see you, you're always on the phone." And she grumbles like if I'm in the living room, not dining room. If I'm in the living room and we're watching telly together and she sees me sneak on my phone, she actually said now, every time you do that, I'm going to stop the film or program that we're watching. So I get in trouble every time because I'm on the phone too much. And I agree with her. You know, she's not being a tyrant or whatever. I agree with her. I shouldn't be on the phone so much. I shouldn't be on the computer so much. I've been going to bed like at 5 o'clock in the morning because I've been on the computer role playing for hours. Because I tend to go on at 9 o'clock, and then I end up like role playing until like 5, because I have like things to do in between. So I don't just role play from like 9 to 5 in the morning straight. I do other things in between, like I have supper, I do some art sometimes, and I do some playing on the piano, and there's like 1,000 things I want to do on the computer, so I tend to be on it for hours. But mainly I'll be role playing and mainly on Facebook. Like all last week I was mainly on Facebook just role playing because I had loads of drama occurring from people, that arrogant person I told you about and their groups, and then when things calmed down, then I was trying to just do nice role plays, calm role plays, not, you know, these drama stuff anymore. So because people do tend to have real life dramas, and I usually get in the middle of them. And this drama did involve me this time. It wasn't like other people's drama and they were enlisting my help. This really was like me fighting with people, and it destroyed my mental health, to be honest with you. I was at the point where I wanted to give up role playing completely because I was sick of this and I wasn't having a fun time like I'm supposed to be. But then it all sort of stopped, and then it was back to be calm and nice, so then I just wanted to do some nice role plays. So where I'm like the big boss, they have to do whatever I say. I'll delete this live stream later because, by the way, even after my last live stream where I said, if I put you on my roleplay group, you mustn't reveal my true identity to people, somebody still decided to do that. So now I've had 2 people do that where they've shared this stream on my roleplay groups, my channel, my real life channel, and I don't want that because those people I roleplay with, I like them to not know the real me. I want them to just know me as my roleplay character. But people that do watch my live streams, I have added to my roleplay groups, and they have, without my permission, they just taken it upon themselves to say, oh yeah, it's a girl, and oh, here's the link to it. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't want those people to know the real me. You have no right to share my live streams to these people. You didn't even ask my permission first if you could do that. And if I wanted them people to know, I would have shared it myself, wouldn't I? So I was really pissed off that these 2 people, not at the same time, these were separate occasions but quite close to each other, like maybe a week apart or something. So I was really pissed off. So I ended up deleting that particular live stream that they linked to this thing because I didn't want those people to see it, and they couldn't delete it then. They actually did delete it, but it could only delete for themselves, so everybody else could still see it. So I had to delete that freaking video. And I told people before, I've warned people, if that keeps happening, I'm going to have to delete all my videos because I can't have these people seeing these videos. Simple as that, really. So I've decided not to add any more people from the live stream that know my real life self to my roleplay groups. I've decided not to do that anymore because I can't risk it. I've told you guys over and over again that if I add you to my roleplay groups, you're to not share the real me to them. You're not to refer to me as my real name or my real gender or anything like that. And yet, it's 2 people that have done it now, so I'm not doing it anymore. I can't risk it because, like I say, they will probably, I don't know, they will not react well. So, whew. I think I'm going to stop the live stream now, and I think I'm going to take the dog out at last. I'm hoping he's not wandered off because I've been in here for so long now. So I think that'll be enough for now. And if I see any more of my shit shed on my roleplay accounts, any more of my real life stuff, I'm going to freaking delete it all. You should consider making a separate channel for your options. Well, actually, I was thinking of doing it the opposite way round. I was thinking of making this one my thoughts and opinions and art and music channel, and making a separate one for the weight gain stuff. Because if I create another channel for the other stuff that we've just mentioned, I won't be able to live stream because you need so many subscribers to be able to live stream. So I wouldn't be able to live stream on a new channel. And it wouldn't get as popular as this one because nobody's interested in my thoughts and opinions and art and music and stuff as much as they are my weight gain stuff. So I probably won't get as much popularity from a new channel in order to A, become monetized, and B, be able to live stream. I can only do that on this channel because I've got so many subscribers, because I'm only popular for this weight gain stuff now. So if I created a new channel, it would probably blow up pretty quick and become quite popular, so I would be able to live stream sooner rather than later. So I'll probably keep, you know, I don't know how I'm going to share this new channel to you, so maybe you guys could email me and I could share it, because I don't really want to share it here. So I'm going to, yeah, probably, I'll have to share it to you in email. I probably wouldn't. Point of view. I'd like this channel to be a mixture channel because I don't really want to keep uploading things to different channels because it can be quite overwhelming. I do mainly tend to stick to one account, one channel. Oh man. I'm trying to tell you something here. Stop making it frickin' cut out or whatever. I'm just getting really tired. I don't know what's up with me. I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping I'm not coming down with something. So I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna relax now. So remember, if you want to email me, I've got my email address in other live stream descriptions and other video descriptions. But it's royalrosewolf@snooty.net. Ugh. I'm gonna do that. I can't afford to get ill because I've still got my mum to look after, and she can't look after me if I'm ill because she's disabled. And by the way, guys, she's got a lump here in her neck. I was wondering if you guys can tell me what that could be. She said it's really sore, and she's been really, like, not feeling good because of it. So I'm kind of worried about that. But I don't know whether this new I think this Trip Fontaine person might, I'm not sure if he's new or something. I think I've seen him before. But so you had to look after your father. Well, I have to look after my mother as well. I'm a carer for my mother, but not for cancer though, because she's disabled. Yeah, somebody did say that. Take her to see a doctor. That's cute. That's funny. I like that. So I thought you said dictator at first. Take her to see a dictator. Okay. Okay, so you're new, so you probably don't know this about me, but, you know, I'm a carer too for my mum. I look after my mum as well. But, like, permanent, and I have been doing so since I was, like, I don't know, 20 odd. So I've not really been able to have much of a life because of it. And I know it probably sounds horrible if I complain about it, because I know I'm supposed to just, it's supposed to be my duty to look after my mum, since how she looked after me for the last 18 years of my life and all that stuff, and I'm supposed to give back now. But I do kind of sometimes feel like I'm missing out on a lot of stuff because, well, I barely go out now because of it. And if I do go out, it's because me and my mum are going out together, which we always have done ever since I was a kid. We've always sort of gone out together. But now we're sort of going out less and less now because of her illness. Like, when we used to go out more often, like a few years ago, it used to be because we had to go out. Like, we were forced to go out because we needed to get stuff. But now we get pretty much everything delivered. the idea behind getting everything delivered was so that when we do go out, we can just be leisurely instead of like rushing around having to get like a million things and carrying a million things. But since we've gotten everything delivered, now we just don't go out anymore. And every time I suggest going out, she says, maybe if I'm in the mood, if I'm well. And now, of course, she's got this thing on her neck. It's like, you know, she doesn't feel well, so now we might not even be going out tomorrow. So, kind of bummed about that. Yeah, it sounds horrible when I know I sound like a horrible, evil person when I complain, but yeah, I've not really been able to do much with my life because of it. But you know, I know I shouldn't complain, so I'll stop. Oh, so I'd better go before I faint. I'm supposed to be taking the dog out now. Okay, see you later.